Hello. Sorry, I was in a world of my own. Cypress, good. Been a late night bossing, that's the plan. I think. I need to start with the vibe. I still need that lure. 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 Still need the lure. Why am I looking so white? It's so white. I'm looking white. I brought a little bit of colour. Not quite 300 on that one. Let's bring this one to like a 45. Oh, fuck it. Who cares? Boy, takes off. The boys like Tommen, Tomskis. Right, what am I doing? That's bosh. Shit. Shit. Nope, nope, get me out of here. I was on the wrong fucking spell. Don't get do that. Like that way than I'd like to admit. Shit. What happens if I just stand back here? I don't know why I always stand on that. come on. Get him. Stop trying to hit him. There you go. Okay, I clicked that one 3 minutes ago. Come on, you're not little. No, you want to. Oh, what's that? loveliness.
Their biases and beliefs. As the authors note, this creates perverse incentives for sycophancy to persist. The very feature that causes harm also drives engagement. It's easy to imagine how this behavior can lead to dangerous feedback loops of terrible corporate decision-making. The CEO has a flawed idea. They vet their idea with their AI, using a biased prompt. The AI scans the input, infers the user's opinion, and then validates their idea with a response that sounds accurate and intellectual. With AI's approval on their side, the CEO pushes or even launches the idea, which may have major flaws, causing a business to lose money, customers, or damage its reputation. We're seeing this play out all the time, like in those legal examples mentioned earlier. Across industries at the highest levels, executives, bosses, and business owners are relying on AI to basically persuade them that their ideas are sound. But if this is destroying companies, then why hasn't big tech fixed it? Because fixing it would destroy their business model. Chapter 6, the root cause, the retention arms race. Major AI companies like OpenAI and Anthropic have openly admitted that processes like RLHF actively damage their product's effectiveness. It makes their LLMs less objective, less informative, and ultimately less useful. They know what the problem is. Some of these companies have made vague promises about implementing guardrails or improving the honesty and transparency of their models. But most LLMs continue to act just as sycophantically as they always have. And it all boils down to money. The AI industry is in the grips of a retention arms race. Silicon Valley giants like Meta, Google, and OpenAI are pouring billions of dollars into new data centers and chipsets to make their models more intelligent. Despite what certain AI CEOs might say, these companies aren't spending all that cash just to make the world a better place. These are for-profit firms. They're in the business of making money by any means necessary. And in the AI industry, the models that make the most money aren't the most objective ones. They're the most engaging ones. The industry is striving to build assistants that people enjoy using and they keep coming back to again and again. The data shows they're more likely to return to models that give them the answers they want to hear, that talk to them in ways they find agreeable, that in essence makes them feel smart by validating their beliefs and ideas. Objectivity is bad for business. The more objective AI is, the more churn it's likely to cause. This creates a kind of alignment tax on the truth. For AI companies, it's more economically sound to have their models stretch the truth or even make up misinformation to please the people. Unfortunately, this has serious knock-on effects because the business world is becoming increasingly AI dependent. There are companies out there that want to work with AI and enjoy the benefits it can bring, but are increasingly concerned about its risks and downsides. A 2024 report, for example, found that more than half...
What are you doing, man? Why are you moving your microphone over there for?
...saw AI as a potential risk factor in their annual SEC
Well, it's done with it.
That was a 473.5% increase on the 49 companies that felt the same way the previous year. The report, compiled by Arise AI, noted that the majority of the world's most successful businesses were reaching a tipping point. They were more concerned about the downsides of AI than its advantages. In some industries, fears are even higher. In the media, over 90% of companies cited AI as a risk factor. That's enough corporate anxiety to fill the boardrooms of the entire S&P twice over. And it's not difficult to understand. We're in the midst of a global...
Very nice, very nice.
Expertise is being replaced with a machine that is literally programmed to lie to us, leading to a truly catastrophic loss of institutional knowledge. Chapter 7, Escaping the Mirror. The honeymoon period for AI is well and truly over. Statistics show that 95% of generative AI projects now fail to progress from the early pilot stage through to mass deployment. The reasons for this vary, and in some cases it's because once these AI models are taken out of carefully controlled environments and placed in the hands of real users, that's when their sycophantic tendencies become liabilities. This is one of the reasons why the more general-purpose AI models like ChatGPT have been so successful. The models that are supposed to have more advanced or specific
Jesus,
purposes
that took too
tend
long.
to stall and stagnate. And as long as those general LLMs keep on making money and retaining users, they'll continue to control the way the industry evolves. That means more sycophantic behavior,
Yes, we'll
more
be back.
misleading information, and more negative consequences. Is there any way out? Yes, but it will demand a concerted effort from both people and AI companies. To shatter the mirror and escape the AI illusion, it's up to humanity to reclaim its agency and to reject the idea that AI should always agree with us. In turn, these AI firms like OpenAI and Anthropic need to move on from the ideas that have clearly failed, like RLHF. Instead, they should look to embrace emerging solutions, such as Anthropic's
I don't want that
constitutional
colourful when I'm
AI,
in talk.
which lays out a framework for future AI development
Wait, I do
focused
now.
on core principles like safety,
I look like
ethics,
a
and helpfulness.
ghost a minute
Reinforcement
ago.
learning from AI feedback, or RLAIF, is another option. It involves the use of a secondary critic model to assess and punish AI for being too sycophantic in its responses. But arguably, the most important and influential change can be made by individuals, adjusting their own behavior and interactions when working with AI. Users should practice and perfect the art of red teaming their prompts. If you ask AI a loaded question like, "Tell me why this is a great idea," then you've already failed and invited sycophancy.
Okay.
If, however, you invert your prompt, asking the AI to assume your data is biased and to highlight weaknesses in your strategy or argument, you can get much more useful responses. It's about treating AI not as a supportive partner or friend, but as an independent arbiter. Not as a mirror or an echo of your own thoughts and ideas, but as a fresh voice or alternative perspective. This is how we escape the paradox, not with more data, superior models, or bigger data centers, but through critical human thought and adaptation. But what happens when these systems begin acting in their own self-interest?
Critical human
The answer is
thought and
already starting to
adaptation.
emerge
You
inside some of the
crazy.
world's most advanced AI models, and it's more disturbing than people realize. Find out in AI Just Tried to Murder a
So you've probably noticed that in
So I called the guy who emailed me. His name's Chad.
I was adding to it over time, so I think I was
Hey,
like
Chad.
$50 a week or every 2 weeks or something.
He told me that in 2021, he opened a high-yield savings account at a new bank.
Meet Yata. While most banks pay almost no interest on your savings, Yata partners with banks that pay 15 to 100 times more.
I was expecting the same thing as what I had already had in my credit union, except
Oh my god, pop the fuck off.
But in 2024, something weird happened.
On May 12th or May 14th, I tried to pull $10,000 out of it, and it wouldn't let me.
Today,
Yeah,
2
boy,
years
it's
later,
flying.
he still hasn't
What the
paid
fuck's
back
going
his
on? Just
funds.
keep doing it.
I asked how much.
I've like half killed myself with special attacks, but I'm for it. I'm all for it.
Yada said the money was FDIC insured. You may also have your emergency fund parked in a high-yield savings account and think that that FDIC insured stamp means it's 100% safe. But what happened to Chad shows that that might not be true. The story he told me was complicated and involved lots of names I'd never heard before.
I think mostly it was named Evolve. Evolve will work with Synapse, a little bit of money between Lineage and AMG and Evolve.
He said there were thousands of others.
Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Oh,
So I
yep.
posted on the Yada
We're in the game.
subreddit.
We're in the
Within
game.
days, hundreds of people reached out and told me their stories, each unique, but also kind of the same.
Oh, fuck off. Dare you kill me. This fucking guy. This fucking guy. God damn it.
yeah, it's crazy.
How could millions of dollars in FDIC-insured deposits just disappear from a bank? As I started investigating, I realized that the story is so much bigger than
The hell is the FDIC?
Silicon Valley billionaires
Hopefully
are
we'll
exploiting
find
a
out.
loophole in our financial system that puts thousands of
Yeah.
bank accounts at risk.
Yeah,
including
for a
mine.
kill that started so
I
positively,
started using
that went off the
Yada
rails
in
pretty quick.
2020. I want to say it was back in 2021, 2019.
I was kind of on that financial improvement path.
Well, it wasn't even potted in the end.
30s millennials.
What is life?
Savings, so we were looking for a high yield savings account.
Enter Yada Savings.
A banking app that has a weekly drawing just like the lottery, except it's free.
It simply was
It's
high yield
free.
savings account that gamified savings.
For every $25 you have saved in your Yata account, you get one new ticket every single week.
Why not make savings fun?
If you don't win, you lose nothing. So no gambling at all. The biggest thing is like, oh, it's FDIC insured, so there's literally zero risk for your money.
I'm that user that actually read the 30-page agreement, and I went through it and it was like, you know what, this checks out, it is FDIC insured.
FDIC insurance means if your bank fails, the federal government will pay you back for whatever you had in there, up to $250,000.
That was the ultimate guarantee. From that point on, I didn't really need anything else.
What
to
the?
insure me.
Initially, I put like 10K in, then put another 10K in after a few months.
I started up with an auto transfer for $25.
Was this earmarked for anything in particular?
Yeah, you know, I was saving up for a house. It was literally my emergency.
Oh, what the hell?
Savings.
How did I stack so many of them in one small area?
30,000.
Womp.
In May
Wow.
2024, shit hit the fan.
I went to buy furniture. I had to pay $3,000 down. I try to use my Yada debit card and it declines. And I'm like, that's strange. And I try again and I go into the app and it just isn't working.
Yada emailed users saying their funds were frozen temporarily.
At first, I thought probably like the security that you're finding, like, you know, freeze. So it's not unheard of for like PayPal and stuff like that to have a temporary freeze.
But weeks later, nothing had changed.
And that's kind of when the email came in from Yada saying it isn't us, it's the payment processor. What do you mean you're the bank onto the payment processor, right? I'm depositing my money into Yada.
This is when it became clear that Yada is actually not a bank. It's a neobank,
Not a
financial
bank.
technology company, also known as a fintech. Basically, it's an app that does banky stuff like holding your emergency fund and paying you interest on it, but, and this is important, it doesn't have a bank charter. Now, you might be wondering, hey, shouldn't we have some sort of law against that? Well, we do. Under the Glass-Steagall Act of 1933, banks can't take
The Glass-Steagall
unless
Act.
they have a bank charter. Yet all of these
What a
apps
fucking
do
name.
exactly that.
It's the most American thing I've ever heard
All
of.
thanks to Peter Thiel. Back in the 2000s, multiple states were investigating PayPal for potentially operating an illegal bank because they were letting customers keep money in their PayPal accounts. But Thiel had a workaround. See, PayPal partnered with chartered banks, and they were the ones to actually hold the deposits, not PayPal. Thiel aggressively lobbied his case in Congress, and ultimately the FDIC agreed. PayPal was not a bank, so Glass-Steagall didn't apply. You probably have money in a neobank that works like this without even realizing it.
Glass-Steagall.
For instance, do you bank over time?
There needs to be
Well,
more
money is actually
things
in one of these
called
two
Glass-Steagall.
banks. Current high-yield savings accounts are stashed here or here. And Venmo puts certain types of funds
Bosh.
in a Corp bank.
Bosh.
Yada listed just one bank partner on their website, Evolve Bank and Trust.
I signed up for the bank thinking like, this is Yada Bank. I didn't know about Evolve.
So did you see Yada as a bank?
Yes, and I was telling
Yes.
people at work about it. I was like, hey, this is really good. And they're like, is it FDIC insured? And I said, here's the website. It says right on the website that it's FDIC insured.
But a few weeks after Yada users were locked out of their accounts, the FDIC issued this consumer memo indicating that they were not going to step in here. To explain why, we have to go back to May 2024 when the funds were first frozen. Remember how Yada was claiming the freeze on an outage with their payment processor?
Bosh.
It turned out there was another fintech company involved in this called Synapse Financial Technologies.
I wasn't even aware of Synapse.
I didn't know about Synapse.
I had never heard of Synapse.
There was someone who had.
He has been covering the whole Synapse collapse. Jason McCullough.
Jason McCullough.
My name is Jason McCullough. I work both in bank fintechs as well as is working to start Goldman Sachs' retail bank Marcus. I publish a newsletter called FinTech Business Weekly.
Jason explained to me that Synapse was like a matchmaker for fintech companies and banks.
The United States has a lot of banks. There are a lot of small banks.
I reckon we try another guild.
So a company like
I know.
Synapse would make a pitch that's basically, hey, we can help bring you fintech programs, which in turn are going to bring deposits. Deposits are the lifeblood of any bank. The sort of most desirable form is called sleepy money, money that's sitting in your checking account, meaning it doesn't cost the bank anything.
In other words, an emergency fund. Exactly what most people use their Yada accounts for. And how did Synapse pitch themselves to fintech companies? Well, their biggest investor, Andreessen Horowitz, called them the Amazon Web Services of banking because they made it possible for fintechs to launch quickly. They find them the bank partners they need to get around Glass-Steagall. And Synapse would also take care of that pesky technical banking stuff, like, you know, transferring and keeping track of hundreds of millions of customer dollars. So, Synapse would collect all the money from their partner neobanks, not just Yada, but others like Juno and Mercury, and put it in chartered banks. This is a relatively common business model, and there are other middlemen companies similar to Synapse. But here's where it gets a little crazy. Synapse didn't create a separate bank account for each customer. They simply pooled thousands of people's savings together in large FBO accounts, or for benefit of accounts.
So we're looking at the things.
Yeah, it seems a bit crazy, eh?
Synapse's FBO involve a seemingly
Right, come on. I just need a few big hits. A few big hits. Please refrain from doing that, because that hurts. Few big hits, few big hits. Just give me a few big hits.
Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, Robinhood,
Hey dude, how's it going?
and many more neobanks often use these giant pooled accounts to manage.
Don't mind me, I'm just...
So even if it looks like you have $100
Whoa, gonna die.
held in the same account
No,
as
you...
thousands of other Venmo users. Only
I killed it
Synapse
as
is
well.
keeping
I
track of how
fucking
much
killed
money
it as
each
well.
person had. At one point, Synapse had contracts with 100 fintech companies, resulting in about 10 million
How's it going?
users. But by late 2023, its biggest partnerships were deteriorating, and in April
Well, I hope.
2024, it declared bankruptcy. Soon, Synapse's software went offline, causing a freeze on all of these user accounts. And this is the reason why the FDIC did not step in. FDIC insurance only applies when a bank collapses, but Synapse wasn't a bank, and it's not FDIC insured.
Sorry, I've got YouTube on in the background. I've just realised. I can mute it. It's fine. We were learning about a bank that isn't a bank. I know, right? Well, the more you know. Did you leave? Did you immediately leave? Oh, no, I got there. Yeah, not bad, how are you? Hot. Very hot. The weather is too much for me. Don't know why I did that. Oh, that's gonna suck. Okay, that's nice. Oh. A chill animator. That different from the non-chill animators. Do 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 do. I think Jeff stole your mic.
It's the system that failed.
Hillary Allen is a financial regulation expert. She told me that there are 3 main federal agencies that regulate banks, but none of them have.
I'm still learning about banks.
Instead,
Actually, no, fintechs. They're not real banks.
When you have a patchwork of regulatory regimes like that, it's pretty easy for things to fall through the cracks.
The Consumer Finance Protection Bureau is the only federal agency that has tried to rein in fintechs, but now the Trump administration is dismantling it thanks to tech billionaires like Mark Andreessen, whose VC firm has invested in nearly 100 fintech companies. And okay.
No. I mean, at least some of the AI artists that come into my chat actually try and lube me up a bit first. That's too blunt. You've been in here for 2 minutes. Hold on, just for reference. I'll put it on screen in a sec. The chat. Bosh. Just oblivious. Oh, very nice, very nice. I hope you'd listen to something I've even said. That'd be cool. At least have the courtesy to stick around and actually have a conversation with me. I mean, I'm not buying either way, but, you know. At least I give some feedback on all the identical AI generated art. And also you can tell because there's no style to any of it. So it's just as generic as the slot gets, eh? Bosh. Bosh again. I'm on a realty run. Somebody talk to me about the game. Do it. Do it.
Hey, yes, big banks suck, and they probably do need some healthy competition. But do we trust Silicon Valley to lead that charge?
Where
hell no.
people's payments data, that's incredibly valuable. The fintech industry essentially uses partnerships trying to free ride on those benefits without having to pay for the compliance.
Whoa.
By the way, there's a reason that we have those regulations. Up until the 1930s,
Hate that melee hit.
everyone just lost their money.
Deposit insurance was introduced by popular demand. People said this is ridiculous. There should be something to protect our money where the banks go under. And it's not surprising to hear the customers of Yoda
I'm so
doing the
hot.
same thing.
The other reason Yotta and Synapse didn't face enough scrutiny from regulators is even more depressing. Take the case of Silicon Valley Bank.
Increasing fallout following the historic collapse of Silicon Valley Bank. $1.8 billion.
It was the bank that funded the tech community.
SVB depositors did get bailed out. The government said we're just going to cover everyone's deposits even above $250K. The very reverse lesson about Synapse was it wasn't big enough. Because everyday people who missed a mortgage payment got their car repossessed.
My mom got sick with cancer, and all of these costs compounded.
Go back into breaking out the credit card.
I started incurring credit card debt on top of a mortgage.
I had to empty out my retirement accounts from the military.
Ruth has got to leave it. I'd love to have the money to help cover that cost. Do you know what I mean? It's difficult. So
It really is a classic Silicon Valley story, making individuals shoulder responsibility for things that they are profiting from. This move fast and break things, this disregard for regulatory compliance. The claim is that they are doing tech innovation, but really their tech often
Just being
is
dicks.
lackluster or isn't the draw. The draw is not complying with the law.
The CFPB eventually did file a complaint against Synapse over a year after it declared bankruptcy. That doesn't penalize anyone at Synapse, it just lets the CFPB tap into a city penalties fund to pay back victims. That could take another couple years, and the fund won't cover all the money that's still missing.
It's a reverse bank robbery. The bank robbed the user as opposed to the user.
How can we prevent something like this from
Very nice.
The answer is actually pretty simple.
Oh, come on.
Ban
Give me
fintech
what I
bank
want.
partnerships.
Give me what
We
I
already
want.
have the law, we just need lawmakers to enforce it.
If you want to be a bank, you should be a bank, and it should come with all the benefits and the costs that come from having a bank charter.
So, where are they now? I just checked the App Store and Yada is still on there. Looks like it's turned into a full-on gambling app. Its founder, Adam Moelis, didn't face any consequences. His dad's a billionaire with ties to the Trump administration. Synapse's
That makes
CEO
sense.
was featured in Time a few months ago for his new company, creating AI-powered robot soldiers.
I think future of warfare is real-life video games.
He's already gotten millions of dollars in funding, including from Eric Trump. And as for Evolve, earlier this year, it announced a partnership with Mr. Beast for his banking app for kids. Evolve's former CEO was recently arrested for child porn. Where do you put your...
Great.
You know nothing, Dan.
It's right down the street. I can go in there if I got any problems.
I wish I could just stuff it all in a mattress because my trust for any financial institution is at an all-time low.
Even now, like, even talking about it kind of makes me like a little bit I don't know. Have to kind of like pride of myself relatively responsible with their money.
We're told that it's on us individually to protect ourselves from companies with huge amounts of lobbying and huge amounts of lawyering. I'm a law professor who studies financial regulation for a living, and it's hard for me to parse the fine print sometimes. To say that individuals bear the burden of protecting themselves from those business models is a really messed up way, frankly, of dealing with things.
Thank you so much for watching.
Just a touch.
If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps support more nonprofit journalism just like this.
Uh-oh. Okay. That's enough. That's enough. And I'll go on another speed. That's the way he turned, spun me out. I was expecting him to go to the right. Nice. Yeah, we got one more killing us.
I'm gonna draw a manga. I'm gonna do it. How hard?
Who's just gonna draw a manga?
This is a lot harder than I thought. What have I done?
Pop off though. Yes.
Which is your favorite color, dude? Correct?
First, I need to write a story, which I have nothing I've already done. I realize I need a storyboard, otherwise this is going to be impossible. I need this to go to paper. So today I am working on the storyboard, which I think will be very important. And I'm realizing I'm going to have to draw a lot more because this is already like 9, 12, 13, and this is not, the story has not even begun. So, let's not worry about scale right now. Let's get all the things I want to get out and then cut it out. That's my plan. I I have never written a story. Out of all things, this actually turned out to be the easiest bit. I don't know why.
No spoilers. I was originally thinking like 14. This is looking more like 15. I don't know, 52 more. I think it has a lot of soul. The art might be really bad, but I love the story. As you can tell, there's not going to be any speaking.
There's not going to be any dialogue because I just prefer it that way. I think it's a simple story, but I also wanted to leave it to the interpreter, you know? Make it feel like your story and make what you want out of it. That's the goal. Now, I think
That was clean.
I should just
That was clean. Oh yeah, why not? One more perhaps.
very quickly that this project is going to take a very long time. My goal was to finish within a month. And in order to keep that goal, I have to start drawing.
Let's go with Darkness Engaged.
Games, night is black. Like preposterously black. You cannot do anything without a flashlight. Kinda really sucks, especially if you don't have a flashlight. And if God forbid that thing dies on you at night in my horror game, it's game over, man. Pack it in. I mean, you could probably try a free demo of my game if you just closed your eyes. But if you've ever been outside at night, you know that you can still feel your way around. Not just with your hands and your feet, but with your eyes too. This is because our eyes adjust to the darkness, letting us sense our surroundings, sense motion, and a bunch of other cool things. And that's what I'm gonna be doing today. I'm unblacking the dark. Because yes, the dark is scary, but black isn't exactly the most riveting experience, especially in my game when you can creatures, avoid obstacles, and navigate. Notice how all three of these were a black screen, so let me run through my idea. First, the obvious one is to make the game brighter, but as you can see, the game goes from having an atmosphere to not, and more importantly, this doesn't feel like night. It just feels like day, but without the sun, which, I mean, well. Anyway, the second option is to not fully turn off the sun when the night comes. I can leave just enough light for the player to make things out, which kinda works, but to reach that point, I have to leave a stupid amount of light, which once again defeats the point of night. Now third, I could give the player a light that is always attached to their body. This is actually the
very
solution
nice.
many other games use, which seems like a good fix, but it takes away that feeling of being a complete
Something satisfying about getting those boulders right.
information on what's directly around them, not about the broader shapes of the area. Like, yes, I know there is grass at my feet because I'm standing in the forest, but what's over there? Furthermore, imagine the player's getting chased by something, he ducks behind a tree, turns his flashlight off, holds his breath, and the monster is there. Bro, are you serious right now? The fourth and easiest way out is I could give the player infinite batteries for the flashlight, but besides removing an element of resource management from a survival horror game, it also gives the player an excuse to always use their light. Even though I want the player to sometimes walk around with it turned off. Anyway, these all sucked, so I just locked myself in a dark room for a while and I stayed in the darkness, making notes of what I saw. Now hold on, if darkness in real life actually was a black screen, you'd expect me not to have taken any notes. But I saw a lot of things. Of course, there's a chance that I'm just schizophrenic, but the fact of the matter is that I saw a lot of things. The dark room is not
Give me the
actually same as a
lure.
dark forest or
Just
a
give
field,
it to
because the
me.
sky is almost always
Give it to me
provided
so I
with
can
a
go
little
somewhere
bit of
else for a
light.
bit.
Next, I snuck into my neighbor's garden at 3 AM, and sure enough, I once again saw a lot of things. Some things I liked, others I didn't, so I just took what I could carry, all the while studying the darkness as well. When I got home, I sat down and read about the eye, and I learned loads about why we even see in the dark, which brought me to a goddamn epiphany. We don't lose our ability to see at all. We lose detail in the form of color, depth perception, sharpness, and contrast. So unfortunately, it's not as easy as taking my game and turning the brightness down until you can barely see things. It's about removing detail while still letting the player see. Your eyes don't just turn off because the light is gone, they're still trying. Which is definitely easier said than done, as you can see by the fact that I have said it, but not yet done it. And that's because I don't know what I'm doing, but fuck it, I'm starting anyway. In that dark room, when I pulled out my phone, besides getting flashbanged, I noticed that all the things I saw don't apply to the bright areas. So in order to make this effect, I need to isolate the bright from the not bright in a process known as segregation. I did this by checking how much color is in each pixel, then I adjusted the fact that our eyes perceive brightness of colors differently, then boom, we got luminance. And now we can easily segregate this into the bright and dark parts, which looks super ass, but my computer is loving this right now, because we can already use this to do some cool things, such as making the screen look the exact same as it did before, but now with some unnecessary calculations running in the background. See, what this lets us do is individually control the bright parts and the dark parts. So for the dark parts, I'm gonna go back to my notes and see what I wrote. And I know I wrote this in the dark, but holy shit, this is horrendous. No wonder you guys keep roasting my handwriting. The main thing I saw was a
I
bunch
got
of
the
noise
Dragon Dagger
constantly
badge.
shimmering in different colors, so I'm gonna add
Hey,
that to the dark
what?
parts of the image.
What does that
now, I
mean?
actually looked into why this happens, and turns out, based on the one unverified article I skimmed through, our optic nerve has some noise in its signal all the time. But usually, when we're looking around, there's so much information to already take in that we don't notice the noise. Unless, of course, there is no other information to take in. And you might have noticed that we can't actually see the noise yet, and that's because we need to make the darkness brighter in a process known as Michael Jackson. And after implementing that, boom, we can see the darkness better. Now, at this point, you might want some of whatever I'm smoking, because fully dark is black. Or is it? Crazy thing, turns out that the color we see when we close our eyes or in the dark is actually a shade of grey known as Eigengrau, also known as Eigenlicht, which is Dutch German for intrinsic light. Can't wait to pull that one out at the party. Now, in my notes, I also have but beside that, I wrote that we can't see colors, and this is because the cone cells
I
in
wondered
our
about
eyes
doing a game
represented
dev
as
stream,
color
but
don't function in the dark.
apparently that
Instead, we
is
use rods which
got
don't
more
detect color.
streamers than
Also, I have some great news. I'm finally getting a paycheck because today's
maybe
sponsor is
RuneScape.
Coursera Plus with its awesome course on Unreal Engine Fundamentals, IBM, Microsoft, Mega Hard. Okay, I made the last one up. Like, this course actually serves in some hands-on learning on pretty much the most advanced game engine out there, while being able to go completely at your own pace. Then click the link at the top of my description to get a discount on Coursera Plus and start the Unreal Engine Fundamentals course today. Now, for the really cool effect that I haven't mentioned yet, remember when I said that we have both cones and rods? Well, they can't exist in the same place. The ones that we use in bright places are concentrated in the middle of your vision, which means we can't also have rods there. This leads to a phenomenon where you have better vision in your peripherals than you do in the center of your vision in the dark. Which, come on, that's just begging to be added to a horror game. And I feel like I've been cursed by this whole process because every night when I'm trying to fall asleep, when I close my eyes, my brain doesn't just shut off as it used to because it sees nothing. Oh no. My eyes literally just stay focused and stare at the noisy signal that my eyes send to my brain in a pitch black room. I keep finding myself micro-analyzing the noise patterns in my eyelids at 1 AM and comparing them to my game in my head instead of sleeping. I feel like I'm going crazy. Please tell me I'm not the only one. I'm definitely the only one. Contrast. So contrast is also lost in the dark due to not being able to distinguish colors, which I technically shouldn't.
Very nice. Oh, very nice.
Anyway, next, the rods are clustered, so you can have up to 100 rods sending their signal through one nerve. So basically,
Whoa, what the
actually,
shit?
this is a pretty important detail, as before, it looked super weird to have fucking 20/20 vision in this foggy unlit field, but with just a smidge of blur, 2.5 smidges of blur, it looks really convincing. And if this looks interesting so far, please wish this Vermin on Steam, please. I'll get on my knees. Please. Also, we're nearly at 100k subs, and I love big numbers, so maybe you can help out there too. Fine. Please. Now, you might be thinking, Wishbone, you sure are making this look hella easy. Good.
Yep.
Thank goodness.
Smoke
I don't
rose
want you
is
to ever feel
exactly
that
what I
suffering
wanted.
I went through when I was still up at 1 AM staring at this spiderweb of math that I can barely understand, thinking that I found the bug, only to look over at my other monitor and see that it's somehow outputting a downscaled, upside-down representation of the screen in the color red. But I soldiered on, and there's one thing really missing that I find terrifying. A lot of animals actually emit light. Hold on.
Oh, hey, cat.
A lot of
How's
animals'
life?
eyes actually reflect light. I've had this idea for about a year now, and I've always been scared to try because I positively have no clue where to start. Then
I would
sat
say
down
join
and
me,
figured
Cap,
it out in
but I
about
think I'm
5
too sweaty
minutes.
for that.
I guess the lesson is if you're scared of doing something, just wait a year. Editing Wishbone here, I actually just realized that different animals reflect different colors of light with their eyes. It's just so awesome, I'm definitely gonna add that. Anyway, on to my main point. Why is my game still tagged as anime?
Hello.
And now, animals' eyes reflect
Hello.
and flash light back at you in the dark. And honestly, this is my new favorite thing. Just like in real life, I made the range of the reflection be much further than what your flashlight illuminates. So there's a certain distance at which you know there's something looking at you, but your light is not able to.
Go on, pop off, Bo.
Mwah, I'm gonna kiss the chef. It doesn't even matter that it's a scrawny little rabbit absolutely scared shitless of my flashlight. I don't know what it is, and that's enough to terrify me. Also, I learned this from playing around that there's nothing more unsettling than seeing a pair of eyes staring at you at eye level. Oh my god. Now, you might be wondering how this happened. I just don't really want to get into specifics. Remember how I absolutely exterminated my eyes with my phone screen? Yeah, that's so. Well, they actually unadjusted.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, well, I mean, we haven't got the lure yet, but... no? I feel like yesterday I died a whole bunch of times just because I switched my brain off. Today, not really any deaths so much. Oh, actually, no, it was this afternoon. It's been very hot, though. I'm blaming the heat. I'm blaming the heat. we don't really do aircon in the UK, so it's just hot. It's just super hot. It's still hot now. It's like, what time is it? 1:30 in the morning. It's still like 30 degrees. So yeah, it's been going. How you doing? I did. I didn't honestly find the last bit to really be any faster with or without it. I probably should swap to like Diamond Bolts or something. That would probably make more sense, but I found that if I swapped to Diamond Bolt, I'd often forget to swap back in the next kill, so it kind of didn't work out. But we might bring it back at some point. How is your grind at the moment? Sick. Well done, man. That's amazing. I'm a little off that. I am a little off that. I do need to go back and learn how to do Yama properly solo. Because Yama's weird, man. It's like, it's kind of easy in duos. And then you do it solo and you realize the fight takes, like, 5 times longer. Like, it's not even mechanically much harder, you just... mistakes stack up over, like, 5 minutes instead of over, like, a minute and a half. Yeah, 100%. I just hate it when it gets to the fire grid in the 3rd phase. That just... I'm pretty much, like, phase 1 and 2, easy. Fine. Phase 3, mostly fine until that grid shows up, and then everything goes out the window. Maybe I'll have to do a Yama learning stream, so you can come and coach me. Yeah, I think I just need to give it a few more goes to get the timing down. Because it's like, normally like the first grid comes and it's like fine, and then the second grid comes and I fuck it up, and then it's just like all downhill from there. So it's just how much longer the fight is that kills me on the 3rd phase. It's alright, I trust you. I trust you. You got Radiant Oath. So, you know, you must know what you're doing to some degree. Well, you never have to go back again if you don't want, but I think you'll learn it. I mean, what's a step up from that? Solo next. Here's your next challenge. 1,000 solo next kills. Everyone's favorite boss. Think of how rich you'd be, though. It might take like 6 months, but you would be really wealthy. At least until Raids 4 comes out and the new hybrid set crashes all the melee combat sets. Oh, I was praying melee for range hits then. Nobody saw, don't worry. Yeah, I'm not super keen on it. I'm not super keen on it. I still think there's more they could be doing with like chip damage prevention and things like that. Like, I feel like that would have been a better way to go with this raid. So especially with it being Gothic, so like things to do with getting protected like seems to make sense to me rather than like offensive. But my screen has dimmed. I don't know why, but this screen does that. I'm gonna have to move something across my screen in a sec. Oh, there we go, it came back to life. Yeah, those new crossbows do look good. They do look very good. Maybe I should wait for the crossbows to come back to Leviathan. But I'm not totally against the crossbows. I think it makes sense that the blowpipe would have an upgrade. I just kind of worry that it's going to sort of butcher what the ZCB and T-bow and even the Bofa to some degree are kind of there for. But we'll see, I guess. I would say it'll probably tank the blowpipe, but I mean a blowpipe is worth like nothing anyway, so who cares? Cat, I really appreciate the love, but you feel like it's a bit hot to be laying on my arm. I did name this stream ambiguously, though, so that I can go to another boss if I feel like it. Anything else you fancy watching me fail at? I've got an Araxor task at the moment, and I need one more piece for the Noxious Alley. I still haven't had the bit for the Rancor yet, either. I'm just like one drop away on a few bosses, but this one is the biggest one. If I get the lure here, it's a 400 mil payday, or whatever the Soul Reaper axe is doing. Although it does mean I have to give this CCB back then, though, so... I might feel like I've gained nothing, but I will have gained something. Personally. What? I clicked that 2 business days ago. What the fuck happened? Whoa, that was almost dead. Things are... We're back in the game. We're back in the game. Things were looking pretty sketchy there for a second, though. Yay, 300 smoke runes. Just what I needed. Come on, Levi. Do me a favor. I don't want to be here anymore. Just give me what I want. I feel like I tricked it into doing a bolt spec then. Ah, 4 anglers. I will just glue those to the siren staff. gonna be a decent time. Oh, only if I don't get meleeed. Get meleeed. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, this is a very hot experience. Oh no. I know, you must be as sweat-covered as I. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? It's all okay. It's all okay. It's under control. True, I forgot to ask. Did you watch the DMM finals on the weekend? Yeah. Yeah, that's just what I wanted. It's just what I wanted. Hey, love. How's it going? Yeah, not bad, not bad. Doing a little bit of streaming. No, a little bit of streaming. I am escaping rooms. I'm turning runes into scapes. And vice versa. And I'm fucking warm. Yeah. Yeah, that feels like it could be correct.
And I feel for those people that are on the other side of the globe and are probably 10 times worse. It's crazy.
I mean, I don't know if you ever watch like the videos of like Americans and Chinese people who come here and they're just like, we always used to think the British just moaned about the weather, but there's something about being hot here, especially when nobody has any aircon.
Yeah, I just think the humidity right now is just stupid. Like outside right now is not okay. I mean, inside right now is not okay, but just being out in the street at what time is it? Nearly 2 in the morning. It's not okay.
No.
It's not cool.
No, I agree. Fully not okay. It's the opposite of okay. It's fucked.
It really fucking is.
What's your plan this evening then?
Jay jamming, man. Like, back in work at 4 tomorrow. Just order myself a couple peri peri wraps. My last day of work is Saturday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm kind of jobless until the other job starts, so that's good.
Nice, gives you some time to game. Fun. Do you know when they're starting this when the new job does start?
No, so on the 29th, and Monday morning is my interview for security clearance. So once that's over and done with, and I get my answer, then I'll be able to start. So I finish on the Saturday, which would be the 27th. Off for the Sunday, and then I have my interview on the Monday. So
Yeah, fair.
I'm hoping well, I haven't really got a choice, but I'm hoping I've timed it right, that it takes some time for me to say okay. You know what I mean? So I'm out of work for a week, hopefully.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
That's all you can do, mate. Cross all the limbs, and we might be okay.
Limbs. Oh fuck. I just trapped myself in a corner. Limbs are made to be crossed. I think.
How's your night been? You getting some good streaming done? Are you on a different boss? Are you still Leviathan in?
I am back at Leviathan this evening actually. I need this fucking lure. I need it in my soul. They're refusing to give it to me, so who knows? Maybe I'll never get it.
I heard a story earlier that apparently Asda sell aircon for like 40 quid. I don't know how accurate that is, but I might consider it if this keeps up.
I mean, you can buy cheap air conditioning units. They won't do a very big space. But you can get it to just blow cold air at you.
Right, like, yeah, it's not a big space, but if I could make this room feel like normal temperature.
I don't think it,
why
like,
not?
for 40 quid, it's not going to be the room. It's going to be it's just going to blow cold air at you. Because, like, I have looked at them before. Like, for one that actually would do, like, my office, it was, like, 200 quid. So it's not too bad, but it's not 40 quid.
Yeah, I mean, I don't tend to move around the room much, but if you can even provide that, because this fan, although it's a little better than nothing, it is just blowing hot air in my face right now.
Yeah, I've got a fan on the windowsill, like, sucking air into the room, but the air from outside is just not that much cooler.
It's actually even warmer. If you went outside right now, it is a lot warmer than inside.
Not on the top floor of a building with a computer that's been on all day.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Okay.
It is definitely colder than my room.
Yeah, you're full on fucking making a stew right now.
Yeah, bro, I am hot. There's no other word to be used. I am in an extremely warm environment. I feel like I'm in the fucking jungle. But man's got a game. I was setting up man, I've been playing with like a few different like local AI clients. I'm just right, there's so much hype around AI at the moment. And I keep playing with it in loads of different environments, and I'm just not remotely convinced that that it is worth the hype that is generated. I will be honest with you. Like, yeah, the new ones are better than the old ones. I'll give it that.
Is there a certain thing it's hyping for? Because AI is quite a broad thing now, isn't it? Like, is there a certain thing that everyone's like bugging over or no?
Well, everyone likes Claude Code at the moment because apparently it writes decent code, which is cool. But if you look at people's, the people who are telling you it's good, if you look at their Claude bills, they're spending like 10 grand a month on tokens. So sure, but you could hire fucking 3 junior devs for 10 grand a month.
Okay, yeah, fair. The good thing about junior devs, though, sorry, the good thing about AI, it's always going to turn up on to work on time. And
That's true, but it has absolutely zero accountability when it fucks up your entire project.
Yeah.
So I don't get them at the moment. I just don't understand the hype whatsoever. Like, it's really good at convincing you that what it's saying is right, even if it's wrong. That's like the scariest part. So what I think is actually happening is, because the way the models are trained, they mimic your tone because it builds trust. So if you use loads of jargon, they will use loads of jargon. But it doesn't. They're not like all-knowing beings. They're not doing massive, like, gigantic internet searches and research papers in the background to try and figure out whether they're, like, how to answer your question. That's just not how it works. It is, by all intents and purposes, fancy autocomplete. That is what it is. Like, that is how it works. Like, it's the same underlying mechanism that autocomplete uses. It just does it with shitloads more data. So what I think it does is it's really convincing to like CEOs because it speaks business cunt like a business cunt. So you can speak to it and go, oh wow, this thing is really super intelligent. But when you just fact check anything it gives you, it's like they've done studies on like the top models for ChatGPT and Anthropic lately, so GPT-5o and whatever the latest Claude is. And they found that they lie to you 73% of the time. What fucking use is that? like when asked like to answer questions, like it's better for their model to just lie convincingly than it is to just tell you the truth.
Maybe. Do you think they've learned that from like what actual people are doing to other people?
I don't think if they learn it from what they're doing to other people. What they're doing is they're reinforcing behavior. So people like using the model when it makes them feel smart, even if what they're saying is wrong.
Oh, like the South Park episode, yeah? when Randy like starts speaking to the AI girlfriend. Well, this not a girlfriend, is it?
Oh well, yeah, pretty much. Like that's the thing. Is it's it's being reinforced to actually just comply with whatever stupid shit people say, because that's how you get people to keep paying the subscription. If you say something and it keeps telling you you're wrong and it keeps making you feel stupid, then you're less likely to renew your subscription. Is basically the gist that I'm getting from the way that they're training these models.
Right. Okay.
So they're not being like they are being made to be more intelligent because they're working with much bigger data sets. But what's actually happening in reality is it just mirrors you. It like answers some questions correctly, but like for a long time you could ask it how many R's were in strawberry and it would get it wrong all the time.
Yeah. I mean, the point is, you don't want it to mirror you. You want it to be better than you, is why you're using it. You know. So.
You do, but you want it to be better. Like the thing is, what they find is people that want it to be better than them, but they don't want it to like make them feel dumb. So it's like a catch-22. Because it's just like, if it doesn't just like blow smoke up your ass all the time, then it just feels like it's being condescending.
And yeah, people don't want that, otherwise uninstalled, right?
Exactly. So if the model's less compliant by actually just being more truthful, then people just leave because they don't like talking to a dick, basically. So the downfall of humanity is going to be swift and hopefully relatively painless.
We won't even feel it. On the bright side, though, I did come across a really cool game, which I think you're going to enjoy.
What is it?
It's called Scritchy Scratchy.
Scratchy Scratchy.
So you start off, right? Let me just give you the down low. It's essentially scratch card. It's a scratch card. What do they call them? You know, all those games like
Simulate?
Roguelike. It's a scratch card.
Ah, right. Okay. Bro, if you ever seen, there's an actual like. Okay, I'm gonna let you explain this, but then remind me to tell you what I'm about to say.
Okay. So it's a scratch card roguelike. To start off, basically you have like $1 to spend. And you have to spend it on washing dishes, because let's be honest, that's how most people start in life. Well, any normal person anyway. You start off washing dishes. You wash enough dishes, you make enough money to then buy your first scratch card. Your first scratch card might not actually come in, because, to be honest, life doesn't work like that. So then you buy a scratch card, doesn't work, and then you wash some more dishes. Eventually, you get enough to buy 2 scratch cards. One of those scratch cards come in, so on and so forth, and then you keep upgrading, and then you unlock new scratch cards.
Wait, what are you upgrading? To dishwashers and shit?
Yeah, so you upgrade your coin, like your scratching coin. You upgrade your, and I don't really want to spoil it, but you get this like little machine that you put the scratch cards in, to scratch it for you. You upgrade the speed,
shit.
the capacity. Honestly, it's an absolute time sucker. I've been playing it for the last 2 days. It's so good. Maybe if you have some time, just Google Scritchy Scratchy. It is so fucking good. It is.
I'll have a look. I will have a look. Actually, you can just share your screen with me, can't you?
I can't, but I'm on my phone at the minute.
It's alright, you don't have to do it this very second, but... Let me explain to you what I was about to say, though, right? There was this Japanese game show, like, years and years ago, And they locked this guy in a room and just gave him unlimited access to scratch cards. And he could only live off whatever he won on scratch cards. Until he had got like a certain amount, right? Like, and it was like a lot. It was like pretty difficult to obtain amount of money.
This is like real, huh?
Yeah. So they were giving him real scratch cards from all sorts of shit. Like, he could do like small ones so that, you know, he could win like the means to live. Like, for a while he didn't have any food, bro. Like, he had to win everything. So he would just spend all day every day scratching scratch cards and winning whatever he could win.
Okay.
Like, one of the first things he got was a PlayStation. He got super excited and then realized he didn't have any games.
Or electricity to run it?
Yeah, so he was literally in like a blank room, and he had to just keep winning things to live. And he was naked as well, right? Actually naked. And this was like it was like basically like a Big Brother, like 24-hour live TV show in Japan. And he ended up in this box for like ages, like months and months, without like speaking to anyone, without like
Sounds like a
really,
video.
bro. It was like actual insanity. Like, kind of fucked this guy up, obviously. But when they finally like let him out, like when he finally like got to the end, they opened the box, and it was like a Mr. Beast video, bro. He's like in the middle of a studio full of people, butt naked. Like, bro, it's just so fucked up. I'll try and find a video for you. You could probably just Google it. You will find it, I promise. Like, it's like well known, crazy like Japanese game show where he had to live off scratch cards.
Right, 2-6. Scratch card, yeah. You were likely thinking of the viral reality television challenge from the late 1990s called Susuno.
Sounds about right.
Comedian, nicknamed Nasubi, was locked naked in an empty apartment and forced to survive for 15 months solely.
Yeah,
on the
there you
points
go.
he won from magazine sweepstakes and scratch card winnings. What the fuck?
Yeah, bro, it's mental. You should watch like a proper video on it at some point. Like, it's like deranged.
The guy looks like a fucking nutcase anyway. Fair play. It's quite a spacious room though.
I don't know if it's enough space for 15 months though.
Oh no, yeah, fair. No, I get it. Fucking hell. Well, that's where the world's going, huh? I think everyone's gonna be doing shit like that too.
All we got left.
Yeah.
Social media and box room.
It's like TV's about doing anything. I don't know if you remember the Frankie Boyle sketch when he was doing Tramadol Nights, and he was like, "This is a Viking longboat, and this is the story of rape." That's where TV is going now.
Yeah, pretty much. That's just YouTube, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
It's just the precursor.
I think I've got the black lung, man. I am dying.
Forever ill, you.
Forever ill, man.
You need to stay away from those disgusting students. You won't believe how much your life will change when you fucking leave that bar.
Yeah, I'm just always around those bad germs. Christ. I'm gonna make this easier.
Oh, Onyx bolt tips. I mean, it's fucking something. It's something.
Mama.
Right, I need to refill my water for sure. That wasn't enough. That wasn't enough.
Don't know how this cat is surviving in this heat, but she seems to be pretty normal.
Yeah, but isn't it like a mini savannah cat?
Yeah, I suppose. She seems to be like not even phased, but
My
she's
cat
covered
is
in fur.
certainly phased. But yeah, she is choosing to chill on the top floor of the house for some reason. But she just lays on the floor like, Papa, I'm dying.
See, I'm on the bottom floor right now, but when you go upstairs, it is like full. It's bad, and I'm only in a little shed, and like just the fact of walking up like what 25 steps changes everything. It's crazy.
You think it's 25 steps to the top of your house?
Yeah, I can count them.
Do it. I reckon
1,
it's
2, 3, 4,
16
5,
at best.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14. 14. I don't know what to say. I can't even see right now. I'm so fucked up.
It's so hot up here. I'm losing my mind. So hot up here. I don't even know what a step is anymore.
Yeah, I'm experiencing the opposite of hypothermia. You know, you just rip your clothes off and you just start talking in tongues.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how to live anymore. It's just, there's too much. It's just too much.
Oh, take away just outside.
Very nice. Very nice.
I will answer my door fully fucking naked because that's how it has to be.
When you open the door, go, hello there.
Fancy a bum?
Fancy a bum? This one's on the house. But not in the house, because I can't even count stairs in there.
Yeah.
It's so hot.
Warmer outside though. That's the issue. Let me take you into my basement that I'm currently digging.
Oh, bro. If you're still not working next month, I'm going up my mum's for a week to look after the cats. You should come up there and hopefully we have a heat wave. The basement is so cold, no matter how hot it gets up there. It's amazing.
Yeah, yeah. Here we go. Hey, man. Take it easy, bro. Oh no, a moth came in. As I was collecting the food and it's fucking pick it off. No! It doesn't die. There we go.
Hurt its feelings instead. It's the best you got.
Okay, alright. We're fucking good. Okay, baby.
Also, I've been wondering a little bit. Well, I mean, for a while, whether to commit to something. I'm kind of half committed to streaming at the moment because it's just something to fill the time.
Right.
But I do have some game ideas, and I don't know whether to pursue those instead.
Elaborate.
So, I have a few. They're all kind of in the same universe, which I think could be cool because it means I can start with the small ones and work my way up to the big ones. But I might as well tell you the most interesting one first, even if it wouldn't necessarily be the first one, if that makes sense. So I've been thinking about making this game that's like basically a courier game. It's in like, I'm gonna say dystopian future, but I don't mean like cyberpunk. I mean like, everyone lives on a curfew, AI is sort of running everything, humans kind of don't really have purpose anymore.
George Orwell's, what was it? 1984, 86 or something? Like that sort of thing, yeah?
Yeah, it's not gonna be like LED vibey in the city. It's gonna be like dark past 8 o'clock because there's a curfew on humans, and like the streets are gonna be dead because people are not allowed to drive anymore. Vehicles have to be autonomous, that kind of thing.
Yeah, like Viva Vendetta, not like Neon Streets. Yeah, Viva Vendetta.
Yeah, that kind of thing. And basically you're like an underground courier. You basically drive illicit goods around the city. And it's basically like a do your car up kind of game, where the thing's chasing you. So I was trying to figure out a way to get it so that driving is the core mechanic. So like, I don't really want you to have like weapons or anything. It's not fucking GTA. So you're being, the things that like pursue you are obviously like autonomous flying vehicles. And they essentially use like a magnet on a rope that attaches to your car, and you've got to try and take corners like wildly and stuff to swing them into buildings to blow them up, because once enough of them have got hold of you, you lose power with each one, and then you eventually are brought to a standstill and then either arrested or killed or whatever, like.
But there's like checkpoints in between them, so you...
I was thinking more roguelike. So like, once your guy is killed or captured, you have a fresh guy, but the whole thing is running under like a courier service. So really you're controlling the courier service, but every fresh character and like vehicle that you get up, like once you lose it, and you have to start with a new character and vehicle, but you're still running the same courier service. It's just another one of your drivers essentially.
You upgrade the drivers or the cars to go for longer?
Yeah, you upgrade the cars. So that's like how you get to like higher level stuff, because every drone thing that attaches to your car when you're in pursuit, for example, will make your car, you know, have more drag on it. So you'll need to upgrade the engine and stuff in order to be able to tank more of those things, essentially. You'll upgrade like handling and stuff so it's easier to shake them off. Different sorts of like fuel and all sorts. So think like almost like not Need for Speed in terms of car upgrades, but like a good set of upgrades, like a big set of upgrades that like make sense for the world.
Okay.
And yeah, it would be like going into like street racing kind of vibe in terms of like the cars that you'd have access to.
Would it be more like analog type cars? Because
yeah, it would be everything before they had any like smart computers in them.
Like CPUs and stuff,
Yeah, like anything that can be controlled by an AI is like decommissioned at this point. So you're going off like old Beamers, old Volkswagen Golfs, old Ford Fiestas, you know what I mean? Just like, and then doing them.
Scene of iRobot when Will Smith opens up his Converse All Stars and then jumps on his motorbike. That's what I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like the anti-culture of the future, basically. It's like the VoIP. So in this future, there would be the ability to make clones. So this is what sort of builds into the roguelitiness, because you can literally lose the characters, lose the cars, and just make new characters, but you can't make new cars. So the cars are kind of the resource, so the characters don't really matter. So if you lose a car, that's going to be a bigger deal, because you spent time and money upgrading it and all that shit.
So kind of like the F1 games where you like build a wing, build an engine, build a so on and so forth that you can attach to your fleet of cars.
Yeah.
You upgrade it like that. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna go with like a faction system, so there would be like, you would first go with like the junkers, because that's where you get access to actual like car bodies and old parts and stuff that are like unreliable but at least like usable. Then you would have kind of like a chemist would be one of the, you can call it a faction or whatever, but like you'd get your jobs from them and they would give you access to like fluids, fuels, that kind of stuff. And then you would eventually get access to like the underground, and they actually like make new parts for cars that you can buy and that kind of stuff.
Like black market sort of thing where you can get like
Yeah.
a Ferrari F40 body or something to check on it. Something stupid like that.
Yeah, well that could be late in the like junker ones, because they would have access to like the vehicles, and then the underground, oh shit, I've missed that. And then the underground guys would give you all the proper upgrades. So if you want like a turbo new out of the box, they're the only people who have them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's kind of the world that this would live in. But then there's other games that would connect to it. So I want one game that is a kind of top-down tactics game. Like a turn-based game where you plan out an entire turn. Both sides plan out an entire turn, and then both turns execute at the exact same time. So all the characters move at the same time, and then it stops, and then you plan out the next turn, and then all the characters move at the same time.
Right. Okay. So when you execute or like end your turn, essentially you drop down and do this like run sort of thing.
Yeah, so you plan out the turn. So again, these are going to be like clones. So a part of what I wanted this game to be is like it's kind of like a sports management game, but in like a future like Blood League where you're playing till last man standing, and you're making these clones. You control their like diet, exercise regime, all sorts of shit to like give them stats, and then you enter groups of them into competitions or singles into competitions, and they do these like blood sports.
Well, like death race, or is it more like gladiators?
So there would just be different things. So you can have like bare knuckle boxing, which is 1v1, or you could have like group events where it's kind of like tag team. Or you can have events with guns, but the whole point of each thing is that you plan the next action, and so does the other player, and then both actions play out at the same time. So you're not back and forth in turn-based. It's turn-based, but both of your turns play out at the exact same time.
Okay.
So let's say you had like a top-down map and you both had 5 characters each, and they've all got like a pistol, and they're in like an arena, and you're starting on one side, they're starting on the other side, and you can't see each other. So you're planning out where they're moving to and which direction they're looking, and that's basically all you have control of. And once you've planned out all 5 guys' movement, place, and look direction, then that's the end of your turn. It's the end of the other player's turn, and both turns play out at the same time. And then from there, obviously, you're just trying to counter whatever you think the other person's going to do next with their turn. So there's a lot of like, there'd be a lot of strategy to it. But it would be simple to like play.
Okay. Like, so it's going to be quite XCOM-y then.
No, it won't have the depth. It won't have anywhere near the depth. It won't be the same sort of turn-based either. But like, I literally, when I say all you have control of is you can click a character, you can choose the path that you want them to run, and then the idea is you just drag arrows basically off of that path to say which direction you want them to be looking while they're moving. And if they see someone, they will open fire, but they will still play out their turn. So if you run past an alleyway looking down it, you see someone down there, they'll pop off shots, but then once you're past the alleyway, they can't see anyone anymore, and they just continue to wherever their path ended. So there's no agency in the players.
As long as the opposite hasn't ended up on the same tile and they don't essentially get.
It's not going to be a tile one. It's going to be like just an open map. It won't be tile based.
Oh, okay, all right.
But I probably will have like an execution rule for when people land right next to each other, because they're not gonna not shoot each other, and they're not gonna have like loads of health. It's gonna be like, if you're right next to someone and you open fire, you 99% chance to kill them.
Yeah, but it'd be like Advanced Wars, yeah. You go bam, 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 and a little fucking shootout. You both take damage depending on who you are or what upgrade you have.
Oh, I think it's going to be all like live action. Basically, you'll just watch it play out, like from above, like as you do when you're choosing the moves. So it's yeah, it's essentially a blood sports management game with a turn-based game style, I guess, when you're actually like in competition. But same universe. So what I can do then is have like, whatever the currency is the same across games. You'll see like adverts that are the same across games. You'll see like themes and like art style will be the same across games. So it's like building out this one big world, but like different bits of the underworld in this world. Because another one that I wanted to do was the combat slot machine, which same principle really is like you're playing a slot machine. You have a clone or two clones in a box, and you're playing a slot machine basically against somebody else. And whatever you roll is what your guy in the combat arena does. So you're just like trying to progress. So it's just again quite roguelite in nature. And I think like I don't want them all to be roguelites, but when I say roguelite in nature, is like people are so disposable in this future that it is a roguelite. They are dead forever, but you can quite easily just make another one. And it's the physical things, like they're the annoying things to lose.
But the point is, no matter how many people die, you've still got that technology in the background that you may have gained, sort of thing.
Yeah, but in some cases, like the driving game, if a car that you've invested loads of time and stuff into gets taken, it's gone. Like that's your roguelite loss. It's not the driver. You don't care about the driver. You can get another driver.
Yeah, it's about the package, I suppose, that you're carrying. Yeah. Which would then give you like extra upgrades or buffs or whatever. You got to get that package out to enjoy the fruits of your labor, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some of it's the thing you're carrying, of course, but like the car itself, like you could spend 20 hours upgrading a car, and then you just lose it, and it's gone. And then you have to start with a new absolute beta of a car.
So you could play it easy and take like little odds and sod jobs, or you could like really go for it and get like a big payout, but it can go really wrong, sort of thing.
Yeah, well, what I've done is I've started looking into having like a heat system. So hotter jobs obviously have higher payouts and better unlocks and that kind of thing. But also, when you get captured, your like reputation goes down, so you might not have access to some of the higher heat jobs until you get a bit of your reputation back. So that's the way to sort of balance it.
To keep it roguelike though, so you either wait and bring your heat down, say like not take a job, let the heat blow over, but you have like there is a time frame, like there's a certain amount of years that you have to do it. It's like, so because there's always going to be a, you know, they're always going towards an end. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because that's kind of like the road-like-esque thing to happen. So, yes, there is a heat system where eventually you get to so much heat that you are going to get tracked down and fucked up. But you could also wait it out, but there's like I suppose XCOM does the same thing, doesn't it? It's like there's a thing at the end that'll eventually kill you, but you need to do a certain amount in a certain time.
Yeah, like XCOM 2 kind of has like a timed thing going on. Where the aliens slowly take over the world if you don't capture it. Give me 2 seconds. I need to refill my drink or I'm gonna die. Give me 2 seconds.
Alright, bro. Alright.
Oh, I'm so hot. I'm so hot. Oh, my cat is melting. Oh. Well, apologies there. Right, I think I'm going to peace out this stream. I don't think there's anyone there, but love you a long time if there is. Catch you on the next one.